Yeah, Life Gang, what's good, what's good, what's good? We is back like a rodeo, y'all. We back and we back and we back, we back. So before I even get into it, if you're new here, I am Tay. Welcome to the best Maritime Dirty channel out there. Cause I mean, look, y'all, I be doing my research. I don't really see nobody coming like Life Gang. So y'all go ahead and throw them L's in the comments, Life Gang, man. So I'm actually going to really just jump right into the video. You know, I've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of comments on my TikTok. How did I transfer over to SIU from MSC? So I was like, let me just go ahead and do a video on it. You know what I mean? So I have my iPad here. I got my credentials here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Before I get into it, I do want to appreciate everybody for subbing, and I also want to tell you guys, I'm exclusively telling you guys, I will be doing a giveaway, y'all. I've been blessed to be put in a position to where I am able to help somebody out, and I just want to bless somebody. You know, I've been blessed on my journey. I never did it all by myself. You feel me? So I had people in my life that were able to financially bless me when I needed to. So it's just like, what better way to bless somebody out there that really needs it? Because I mean, we all know, like, starting out, especially starting out with nothing, everything costs. You know, your passport, your TWIC card, and your MMC. You know what I mean? Everything costs. So it's just like, I just want to be a blessing to somebody because somebody was a blessing to me over these past 4 years. So when I'm going to do that, I don't know. I really want to do it when I get 1,000 subs, but I'm thinking about doing it when I get to 900 subs. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Maybe when I get to 950 subs, I'm going to go ahead and do a cash giveaway, y'all. A cash giveaway. And it's going to be towards somebody's credentials. If they already got the credentials, it'll just be towards, you know, maybe get some food or something. I don't know. But somebody out there, some lucky Life Gang out there is going to be getting a cash prize from me. And yeah, I hope it takes you a long way. So anyway, I've been getting a lot of like comments on my TikToks and like messages in my DMs about how did I transfer over from MSC to SIU. So what better way to explain myself than on a video? And I don't know if y'all peep, but y'all can hear me. Mic check, mic check. We slowly getting back there, y'all. Slowly getting back there. And I'm not gonna lie, the ship that I'm on a low paying ship right now, below standard contract ship right now. However, the ship that I'm on is great for sea cars. It's a great ship to like get your sea time so you can move up and eventually get your B book. So it all works out for me. And I also will be doing a video on how to actually get your B book and the process and the steps you need to take to do that. So before I even get into it, y'all know what I'm about to say. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video. If you haven't already, make sure when you watch this video, go ahead and pause me right here and make sure you go grab all your credentials that you have from MSC. And when you guys do that, I'm going to pause this because I got to go grab mine too. So I'm going to go grab my credentials because I really want to show you guys exactly what I'm saying, you know, when I go through this video. So pause me right here, like, comment, subscribe, and go get your credentials, man. Come on. All right. And we back. Like I said, we jumping right into this video, y'all. We jumping right in this video. Like I said, this is like to me, I feel like this is a very informational video. We ain't got time to be playing right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. I already wrote down a little notes. All right, so number one, it's most simple. Like, the process, to be honest, is so simple. Like, to be honest, you really just need to go to your local hall, right? Go to your local hall and make sure you bring all of your credentials with you. I'm going to repeat myself. Bring all of your credentials with you that you got from MSC. All of them, right? So this is a hiccup that a few people have been inboxing me talking about. They went to the hall, but the hall is saying that they don't have government vessels, and the hall is also saying that you don't have VPSD. Don't let the hall tell you you don't have government vessels or VPSD. I'm going to repeat myself. Do not let the hall tell you you don't have government vessels or VPSD. And I'm going to tell you why. So, you see this right here, y'all? I don't even know. So, it's basically the credential. This is government vessels. and I'm gonna read the credential off. It's titled. It don't even have a title, but the credential that it has, like the active shooter and the anti-terrorism and the high voltage, high voltage awareness, marine environmental programs, privacy act, trafficking in persons, severe safe awareness. This is government vessels, y'all. This right here is government vessels. Now, granted, with MSC, a lot of the credentials that we have with MSC, they're not titled the same. That's the only thing. They're not titled the same. So don't let them tell you that you don't have um, government vessels, because you do, y'all. This is government vessels. All right, so the next one. The next one that people have been telling me they don't have is VPSD. So I'm going to tell y'all, VPSD is the security awareness one. That's VPSD. Give me a second. Give me a second. So you got VPSD. You got VPSD, y'all. The VPSD is the security awareness. And you also gonna need the shipboard damage control. Alright? So you have those credentials. So don't let the hall tell you you don't have those credentials. And also don't go pay for it out of pocket. So the next thing I have is okay, so your seat time, another thing. So a lot of people, I always tell people, go with MSC, make sure you stay at least a year and a half to upgrade and get your QMed. This is the part you face when you transfer over to SIU. So SIU, of course, they want you to take their classes, y'all. They want you to take their classes. Now, mind you, I didn't get my QMed through MSC, but I have been in the class with MSC people. Like when I just took my QMed, there was like a bunch of people from MSC in there, right? So basically, with MSC, you know, only thing they require you to do is to go take the FOWT QMed class. Cool, cool, cool. That's all you need to go be at EU. However, with SIU, and I gotta watch my words when I say this. Most ships with SIU require you to have junior engineering plus FOWT QMed. All right. So I'm gonna say that again. Most ships, not all ships, but most ships. Granted, let me go ahead and do a PSA right quick. When I be speaking to y'all, you know what I mean, I'm only going over things that I went through. I don't put out nothing else that Billy Bob and Sam went through. I only put out my journey, my process, my hiccups, and the battles that I faced on the way. So this is something I'm currently going through right now at the moment, y'all. So let me lose my track. Yeah, so basically, like, all the sea time. And if y'all been following me for a while, you know, I've been sailing since 2021. None of that sea time counted when I transferred over to SIU. So they want you to take their union ships, y'all. So basically, what that means is you have to catch basically a ship from the hall or a ship that's contracted with seafarers, so that can count as union time. So it doesn't matter if you've been sailing 10 years, XYZ, they want you to have 10 years with them. Okay, so back to the QMed thing. I don't really know too much about deck because I'm not selling deck, but I believe deck is the same way. They want you to have that one of them classes to actually sell as an AB. You know what I mean? Other than that, you would be like a special type thing. All right. So just keep that in mind when you're transferring over from MSC to SIU. You know what I mean? You may have to take another entry level job, you know, just to get that. So granted, you can go to Piney Point. Piney Point is a school contracted with seafarers. That's their school. So if you go to day school, you have to sail at least 120 days in the previous year to actually go to their school for free, you know. So, and this is something that I'm battling with right now. You know, that's why I'm sailing as an oiler, is because technically I cannot sail as a QMed without having that junior engineer class. And so I'm putting this out there because that's something that I was unaware of. You know, when I was with MSC, I didn't know that. I was just thinking like, oh, all I gotta do is get my QMed and then boom, I'm in there. Nah, that wasn't the case. However, I will say, when you transfer over to Union, it's not a lot of people on these ships. Like currently, right now, I'm on a ship with only 16 people up there, 17 people up there, including myself. So it's just like everybody has a job and everybody needs to know their job. So I'm kind of loving my position because technically, am I ready to be a QMed? No. Is there stuff that I still need to learn? Of course. Especially when it comes to the emergency side. You know what I mean? I don't feel comfortable with doing any type of emergency. You know what I mean? I've been on a ship with MSC where we had a live man down. I didn't know what to do. I also been on my last ship. We had a fire in the laundry room. I panicked. You know, all that training just kind of go out the water. You know what I mean? When it's right in front of your face, it's like I lost all my training. You feel me? So it's just like I'm still learning. You feel me? So it's just like I feel like the oiler position and the OMU position is, and OMU basically makes more than an oiler. OMU is an oiler maintenance utility, and they make a little bit more than an oiler. You know, so I'm where I need to be. I'm just gonna say that I'm where I need to be. So another point that I have up here is recommend to stay with MSC until you upgrade. I just went over that. I definitely recommend everybody to stay with MSC if you can. I know a lot of people don't come across the background at 6 months, 7 months later, like me. Your background come back and you got to go through a whole bunch of shenanigans. You know what I mean? However, stick with MSC as long as you can and make sure you get your upgrade, you know. And even like with MSC, I'm not sure if they have the junior engineering class, but I believe they do, you know. So I would encourage you guys, if you do take the QMed class with MSC, I would encourage you to ask your detailer, hey, go ahead and send me to the junior engineering class as well. So if you do decide to switch over to union, you can get a QMed job. You know what I mean? And so it's another thing right now. I'm gonna be honest, it's another thing right now. There aren't really a lot of entry level C card jobs on the board right now. They're not really. It's like kind of like playing Jeopardy a little bit. So basically, how that goes is most of the jobs they're actually going. They're coming from the people from Piney Point. So the people that's in the apprentice program at Piney Point, they're getting those entry level jobs first, and then the jobs that don't get filled, those entry level jobs actually hit the board. You know, so finding a company, you know, entry level, no C time, and a C card, I say stay with MSC. You know, at least an MSC is a guaranteed job. You feel me? I got to sell QMed with SIU. You must have junior engineer. We did go over that. Go over the process of getting your B book. Okay, so I'll touch briefly on it, but I'm actually going to bring you guys with me when I do get off the ship and I go get my B book. So a brief way to put how you can get your B book is, so you have to have 90 days of the previous year and then 90 days of the current year to actually physically apply for your B book. However, once you physically have your 90 from the previous year and the 90 from the current year, you're only able to apply for a temporary B book. And yes, it does cost. You feel me? The full price is like $1,000, and I think the temporary one is like $10. And the ones that's in SIU, you guys can correct me in the comments. So I think the temporary book is like $20, and the full book is $1,000. So, but in order to actually physically get your hard copy of your B book, you have to have a total of 285 days. So, you know, basically that's like 290 trips and then a 120. You know what I mean? So it's really not that bad. And so if you guys aren't catching on, union is all about seniority. It's all about how much time you got. That's why I said a lot of these companies, it's great having more sea time. The enough sea time you can get. Like if you could find a great ship, I say ride that. Like I gotta watch my words. I've been getting. I'm not. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys. Like I'm one cuss word away on TikTok from getting my account banned. So I'm trying to chill. Sorry, my timer just went off. I'm doing laundry right now. And I just wanted to get this video through so I could try to edit it and try to get it out there tomorrow. All right, so boom. I lost my train of thought. I really lost my train of thought. That's why I got this. I lost my train of thought. But, whatever. Oh yeah, so to actually register for union, you do have to pay. You know what I mean? It's a $500 register fee. So you would have to take their shots. You would have to do their physical. You have to do basically everything over again, but you know, you have to do it through Seafarers. You feel me? So it's $500. You with MSC, you got it. You got it. So that's pretty much it on the process I took. Oh no, I didn't say how I did it. Okay, so basically how I got the transferred over is basically I got off the ship. You guys know what happened on my MSC background video. Y'all know what happened. So during that time, I actually went to the hall and I had to register for the hall. And mind you, this is my second time registering for the hall, y'all. The first time I registered was in 2021 and I got recommended to go to the cruise line. All right, so boom. So I come back last year and I registered. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, there was no jobs on the board, y'all. Literally, no jobs on the board. So how did I get a ship? So my cousin, / best friend, she's a steward, chief cook on the ship right now. So she plugged me in with one of the ships she used to be on, XYZ, and I got on the ship as a GVA. So that gave me my 120 and also my foot in the union. So now I no longer have to pay for no more school, just like you guys with MSC. Now I could just go to Piney Point. You know what I mean? So I got my time in with one ship, y'all. So like I told y'all, you just need 120 from the previous year to go to school for free at Piney Point. So that y'all just keep that in mind. So that's really how I got in. It's really just going to the hall. So granted, reason why I say don't let them I get too excited. This brings me back to the credential thing. Don't let the hall tell y'all that y'all don't have government vessels or VPSD, because that's what they try to do to me. So you know, I'm calling my detailers and XYZ, and I'm like, I know we got government vessels, y'all. I know we got it. So they ended up going through the loops, you know, the hall ended up keeping my credentials and then calling me back like, oh yeah, Ms. Washington, you do have government vessels and VPSD. And so they pointed out the ones that was government vessels and they pointed out which one was VPSD. So that's how I got in. So after that, you know, it's really been, I'm not gonna say it's been smooth sailing, but everything is like a network thing out here. You feel me? Like when you get on a good ship, make sure you keep their crew in emails. When you get up here, you talk to people. You talk to people, see what ships they've been on. If they got a MERS email, you ask them for their crew in email. They got a Crawley email, you ask them for it. You feel me? So it's just like, there's ways to get around it, but closed mouths don't get fed, y'all. Closed mouths really don't get fed. All right. So that's how I transferred over from MSC to SIU. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope I covered y'all questions. I try to explain it as best as I can. If I didn't, don't be afraid to leave a comment. Like we all know, we all cousins over here, man. We all fam. So that's about it. I think I got time to ask a question or answer a question. Let me see, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna answer 3 questions, y'all. I gotta log onto the Wi-Fi. But while I'm logging onto the Wi-Fi, I guess I could chop it up with y'all real quick. So like, look, y'all, that last time I've been home, right? During this 8 months I've been home, a lot has happened. Like in my personal life, like I'm talking about from losing friends to mainly like losing friends, and like that kind of like did a toll on my mental, y'all. Like it really did a toll on my mental. But however, I will say, like, ever since like I lost contact with certain people, like my life has just been, you feel me? Like, so I will say, like, if God is trying to close a certain door in your life, stop putting your foot in front of that door. And that's all I'm gonna say. Stop putting the foot in front of the door that God is trying to close. Like let him close it. It ain't worth it. Let him close it. Like let him close it. And another thing, I know y'all be seeing like the little viral videos and stuff on TikTok about like how much MSC people make. I've been seeing videos of people saying they make 4K a week and 4K every 2 weeks on with MSC. Y'all, MSC base pay is literally on the website. Now, granted, there are certain ways to make money with MSC as entry level, and that mainly goes to the OSs. So when you with MSC, right? When you in training, I always tell people, one, switch over to West Coast. That's a little bit of money. It's a little bit more money than East Coast. And two, make sure you get put inside the EPF training. I'm going to show y'all. This right here. EPF training. That's a money ship. EPF, that's a money ship. Alright? So another thing, when you get on these ships, sometimes, that's why I said don't believe everything you see on the internet, because not everybody get a chance to get on the EPF ship. Not everybody get a chance to get on a ship with ammo. That's another ship. And not everybody get a chance to drive the forklift around and on the ship. You know, that's penalty pay. So it'll just be like, that's why I tell people to be as thorough as you can. You know what I mean? If you are on the ship where you getting penalty pay, you got ammo on the ship, you driving the 4K, the forklift every day, and you on an EPF or a berthing ship, okay, congratulations. But that's not everybody. You feel me? Out of 10 people, maybe only 2 of those lucky ones going to be able to get a ship like that. So it's just like this. Keep that in mind. But then in the same sentence, stop worrying about what people are making as entry level. Stop worrying about that. Don't worry about the money, y'all. I'm telling y'all, starting out, do not worry about the money. I'm going to tell y'all, when I first started out with American Cruise Lines, I lost my car. My car got repoed, and I had to get out of my apartment. I couldn't afford the rent. But I'm sitting here right now. I moved to Fort Lauderdale. I'm in a luxury apartment. Granted, I moved with my cousin, but we're in a luxury apartment. And I have a car. I brought my car off the lot. Cash. You feel me? So it's just like, I'm a living witness of don't worry about what the next person is making. Don't worry about the next person's journey. I'm not even going to lie, y'all. When I first started out with some people, like, especially in the boot camp class back in 21, I'm like, dang, like, these people climbing up the ladder, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm still stuck. Don't worry about that, Tay. I be having to tell myself, don't worry about that, Tay. Like, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? I got to remind myself, like, when I first started, I started out as debt. And I'm like, dang, I'm 4 years in. I was doing great on the cruise line as debt. I came home, I got my AB, because y'all know I got my AB. Came home, got my AB. And then I decided to go back entry level and basically start over as a wiper. You feel me? So it's just like, don't worry about the next person doing. Focus on your path and continue to do what's for you. You know what I mean? Continue to pray. Continue to keep your mind focused and do what's for you. So I don't want to talk y'all head off too much, but I miss chopping it up with y'all. You feel me? So I feel like I owe y'all this, bro. I owe y'all this, man. For real, I owe y'all this. So my iPad is moving slow. The internet is so trash up here, y'all. Internet's so trash. But give me a second. Y'all see that? 882. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. So, let me see. I want to go to the, I want to do, I'm trying to do I want to do good questions, y'all. So somebody said, I got no sea experience. What job would they give me when I apply for entry level with Military SEALIF Command? Would taking classes before help in getting a better job and pay? So technically, no. So basically, granted, when I transferred over to MSC, you guys know I paid for my STCW, all my basic credentials I paid for out of pocket. So what that did give me, though, I wasn't in training as long as everybody else. My training was literally, 2 weeks? Almost 3 weeks, because they sent me to EPF. So my training was actually only 2 weeks, and then the last class was EPF. So would that give you a better job and pay? No. Granted, when I did go to NEO and they finally see my red book, they was like, oh, you have your AB. Why you don't want to sell AB? You know, I had explained to them that, hey, I got a shipyard background in welding and electrical. I want to get back to doing what I know. So that's really how that happened. So no, that you haven't don't pay out of pocket. If you can go to MSC, go to MSC, take their trainings, go through the training, and do everything for free. Don't do that. I'm trying to find like one more question, y'all. One more question. Let's see. Somebody asked, what was your average pay per week or month with MSC? So with MSC, the highest paycheck that I got, granted, the ship that I was on, we were stuck in the shipyard. We were getting 4 hours a day of overtime and overtime on the weekend. The highest check that I seen with MSC was probably like 33, 34 maybe. In total, probably bringing home maybe 63, sometimes 64. You know, it really depends because, you know, you got your holidays and XYZ. So I'm going to say on average, maybe like 64. I'm going to say on the average. Off the top of my head, I really don't know. To be honest, the last thing that was on my mind was how much I was getting paid. To be honest. And it's like, I say that so humbly. Like, I say that so humbly. A lot of people be asking me like, what do you guys do on like your free time when you're on the ship with like no Wi-Fi, XYZ? A person like me, if I don't make a YouTube video, um, I honestly, I go to sleep. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. Like working 12 hours and then getting off, it's like work goes by so long, and then like your off time goes by like that. So, oh, let me bring this up. Let me say this right quick while I'm on the subject. Okay, so coming from the cruise line of having crew members of like 130 people to MSC to having crew members of like 30, 40 people to SIU only having a crew of 17 people, including myself, is definitely a culture shock. Y'all, the ships is boring. These ships is boring. They don't tell y'all that. They don't tell y'all that. These ships is boring, bro. So it's just like, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Me, I'm a people person to a certain extent. You feel me? Like, I'm really a people person. You feel me? Like, right now, it's only 2 girls on the ship. Me and the third mate. That's it. It's only 2 girls on the ship. Everybody else is guys, bro. So it's just like, okay, you feel me? If y'all know where I'm getting at, you feel me? So it's just like, it's boring, but it also, I needed this. I needed to get on the ship and focus. You feel me? So it's like I said, it's different out here, y'all. The cruise is so small. Like you might get on the ship with, you might be the only young person on the ship, bro. Like you might be the only young person on the ship. So that's to keep that in mind. Like everybody be like, oh, SIU better, da 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 da. I mean, yeah, pay more, but it's boring. Like it's boring. But I'm blessed. You feel me? I have. There's actually a cook that just came. He's from Portsmouth. You feel me? So me and him, we locked in. And then a guy actually that I was in QMed class, he's up here. We locked in. And there was another guy. He from Orlando. He the And so we locked in, you feel me? So it's cool. It all works out, man. It all works out. But I really didn't want this video to go this long, bro. I was thinking this video was going to be 10 minutes, but as I started talking, I really do miss chopping it up with y'all. And I really feel like y'all deserve that, man. So I really hope that this video was very informational. I hope I'm helping somebody. And keep in mind, like I said, I will be doing a raffle. I don't know when, but I will be blessing somebody out there, man. I will be blessing somebody out there. So make sure y'all keep liking, keep subscribing, and make sure y'all ring that bell, y'all, because y'all never know when I'm going to post. Because like I told y'all, I don't know when I'm going to post. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything else to say, man. Safe sailing to the ones that's out there. Congratulations to the ones that's starting out on their journey, man. And oh yeah, make sure y'all keep putting y'all process and y'all journey and where y'all at with it in the comments, because we love to hear what y'all doing, man. As always, man, make sure y'all keep y'all mental right up here. Even if you are underway on the ship, make sure you go outside. I make sure I go outside every day. Every day for at least 30 minutes. I make sure I go outside. Rain, sleet, or snow, I make sure I step outside. You feel me? So, yeah. With that being said, make sure y'all follow me on all socials. TayysLyfe across the board. That's on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. So, yeah, man. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for the love so far, man. Appreciate y'all for the love so far. Don't let nobody stop your shine. And it's your world. We just living in it, man. Peace, love, prosperity, and blessings, y'all. And blessings. We is out this thing. Peace.
Yeah. Okay. It's us.